So this story is called A Necklace of Raindrops, and it's out of a book called A Necklace of Raindrops and Other Stories. So the words are by Joan Aitken, and the pictures are by Jan Pienkowski. It's a book that I had when I was a kid, and it's one of the books that I collected as an adult. And so this book is mainly words, but it does have some beautiful illustrations. So that's the first illustration. So this is the first story in the book, A Necklace of Raindrops. A man called Mr. Jones and his wife lived near the sea. One stormy night, Mr. Jones was in his garden when he saw the holly tree by his gate begin to shake and toss. A voice cried, "Help me! I'm stuck in the tree! Help me, or the storm will go on all night." Very surprised, Mr. Jones walked down to the tree. In the middle of it was a tall man with a long grey cloak and a long grey beard and the brightest eyes you ever saw. "Who are you?" Mr. Jones said, "and what are you doing in my holly tree?" "I got stuck in it, can't you see? Help me out, or the storm will go on all night. I am the north wind, and it's my job to blow the storm away." So Mr. Jones helped the north wind out of the holly tree. The north wind's hands were as cold as ice. "Thank you," said the north wind. "My cloak is torn, but never mind. You have helped me, so now I will do something for you." "I don't need anything," Mr. Jones said. "My wife and I have a baby girl just born, and we are as happy as any two people in the world." "In that case," said the north wind, "I will be the baby's godfather. My birthday present to her will be this necklace of raindrops." From under his grey cloak he pulled out a fine, fine silver chain. On the chain were 3 bright, shining drops. "You must put it around the baby's neck," he said. "The raindrops will not wet her, and they will not come off. Every year on her birthday I will bring her another drop, and when she has 4 drops she will stay dry, even if she goes out in the hardest rainstorm. When she has 5 drops, no thunder or lightning can harm her. When she has 6 drops, she will not be blown away even by the strongest wind. When she has 7 raindrops, she will be able to swim the deepest river. When she has 8 raindrops, she will be able to swim in the widest sea. When she has 9 raindrops, she will be able to make the rain stop if she claps her hands. And when she has 10 raindrops, she will be able to make it start raining if she blows her nose." "Stop, stop," cried Mr. Jones. "That is quite enough for one little girl." "I was going to stop anyway," said the north wind. "Mind, she must never take the chain off, or it will bring bad luck. I must be off now to blow away the storm, but she'll be back on her next birthday with the 4th raindrop." And he flew away into the sky, pushing the clouds before him so that the moon and the stars could shine out. Mr. Jones went into his house and put the chain with 3 raindrops around the neck of the baby, who was called Lara. The year soon went by, and when the north wind came back to the little house by the sea, Lara was able to crawl about and play with her 3 bright, shining raindrops, but she never took off the chain. When the north wind had given Lara her 4th raindrop, she could not get wet, even if she went out in the hardest rain. Her mother would put her out in the garden in her pram, and people passing on the road would say, "Look at that poor little baby left out in all this rain. She will catch a cold." But little Lara was quite dry and quite happy, playing with the raindrops and waving to her godfather, the north wind, as he flew over her. Next year he brought her 5th raindrop, and the year after that the 6th, and the year after that the 7th. And now Laura could not be harmed by the worst storm. If she fell in a pond or river, she floated like a feather. And when she had her 8th raindrop, she was able to swim across the widest sea. But she was happy at home, so she never tried. And when she had 9 raindrops, Lara found she could make the rain stop just by clapping her hands. So there were many, many sunny days by the sea. But Lara did not always clap her hands when it rained, for she loved to see the silver drops come sliding out of the sky. Now it was time for Lara to go to school. You can guess how the other children loved her. They would call, Lara, Lara, make it stop raining, please, so we can go out to play. And Lara always made the rain stop for them. But there was a little girl called Meg who said to herself, it isn't fair. Why should Lara have that lovely necklace and be able to stop the rain? Why shouldn't I have it? So Meg went to the teacher and said, Lara is wearing a necklace. And the teacher said to Lara, you must take the necklace off at school, dear. That's the rule. But it will bring bad luck if I take it off, said Lara. Of course it won't bring bad luck. I will put it in a box for you and keep it safe till after school. So the teacher put the necklace in a box. But Meg saw where she put it. And when the children were out playing and the teacher was having dinner, Meg went quickly and took the necklace and put it in her pocket. And when the teacher found that the necklace was long, she was very angry and sad. Who has taken Lara's necklace? She said. But nobody answered. Meg kept her hand tight in her pocket, holding the necklace. And poor Lara cried all the way home. Her tears rolled down her cheeks like rain as she walked along by the sea. Oh, she cried, what will happen when I tell my godfather that I have lost his present? A fish put his head out of the water and said, don't cry, Lara dear. You put me back in the sea when a wave threw me up on the sand. I will help you find your necklace. And a bird flew down and called, don't cry, Lara dear. You saved me when a storm blew me off your roof and hurt my wing. I will help you find your necklace. And a mouse popped his head out of the hole and said, don't cry, Lara dear. You saved me once when I fell in a river. I will help you find your necklace. So Lara dried her eyes. How will you help me? She asked. I will look under the sea, said the fish, and I will ask my brothers to help me. I will fly about and look in the fields and the woods and the roads, said the bird, and I will ask my brothers to help me. I will look in the houses, said the mouse, and I will ask my brothers and sisters to look in every corner and closet of every room in the world. And so they set to work. While Laura was talking to her three friends, what was Meg doing? She put on the necklace and walked out in a rainstorm, but the rain made her very wet. And when she clapped her hands to stop the rain took no notice, and it rained even harder than ever. The necklace would only work for its true owner. So Meg was angry, but she still wore the necklace until her father saw her with it on. Where did you get that necklace? He asked. I found it on the road, said Meg, which was not true. It's too good for a child, her father said, and he took it away from her. And Meg and her father did not know that a little mouse could see them from a hole in the wall. The mouse ran to tell his friends that the necklace was in Meg's house, and 10 more mouse came back with him to drag it away. But when they got there, the necklace was gone. Meg's father had sold it for a great deal of money to a silversmith. 2 days later, the little mouse saw it in the silversmith's shop and ran to tell his friends. But before the mice could come and take it, the silversmith had sold it to a trader who was buying rare and fine presents for the birthday of the Princess of Arabia. Then a bird saw the necklace and flew to tell Lara. The necklace is on a ship which is sailing across the sea to Arabia. We will follow the ship, said the fishes, and we will tell you which way it goes. Follow us. But Lara stood on the edge of the sea. How could I swim all that way without my necklace? She cried. I will take you on my back, said a dolphin. You have often thrown me good things to eat when I was hungry. So the dolphin took her on his back, and the fishes went out in front, and the birds flew above, and many days afterwards they came to Arabia. Now where is the necklace? Said the fishes to the birds. The king of Arabia has it. He is going to give it to the princess for her birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow is my birthday too, said Lara. Oh, what will my grandfather say when he comes to give me my 10th raindrop and he finds that I have not got my necklace? The birds led Lara into the king's garden, and she slept all night under a palm tree. The grass was all dry, and the flowers were all brown because it was so hot and it had not rained for a year. Next morning, the princess came into the garden to open her presents. She had many lovely things: a flower that could sing, and a cage full of birds with green and silver feathers, a book she could read forever because there was no last page, and a cat who could play cat's cradle, a silver dress of spiderwebs and a gold dress of goldfish scales, a clock with a real cuckoo to tell the time, and a boat made out of a giant pink shell. And that's the picture of the boat, the pink shell. And among all the other presents was Lara's necklace. And when Lara saw the necklace, she ran out from under the palm tree and cried, "Oh, please, that necklace is mine." And the king of Arabia was angry. "Who is that girl?" he said, "and who let her into my garden? Take her away, drop her into the sea." But the princess, who was small and pretty, said, "Wait a minute, Papa." And to Lara he said, "How do you know it's your necklace?" "Because my godfather gave it to me. When I am wearing it, I can go out in the rain without getting wet. No storm can harm me. And I can swim in any river and any sea, and I can make it stop raining." "But can you make it start raining?" said the king. "Not yet," said Lara. "Not till my godfather gives me the 10th raindrop." "If you can make it rain, I shall give you the necklace," said the king, "for we badly need rain in this country." But Lara was so sad because she could not make it rain till she had her 10th raindrop. Just then, the north wind came flying into the king's garden. "There you are, goddaughter," he said. "I've been looking all over the world for you to give you your birthday present. Where's your necklace?" "The princess has it," said poor Lara. And then the north wind was angry. "You should not have taken it off," he said, and he dropped the raindrop onto the dry grass where it was lost. And then he flew away. Lara started to cry. "Don't cry," said the kind little princess. "You shall have your necklace back, for I can see it's yours." And she put the chain over Lara's head. And as soon as she did so, one of Lara's tears ran down and hung on the necklace beside the 9 raindrops, making 10. Lara started to smile. She dried her eyes and blew her nose. And guess what? As soon as she blew her nose, the rain began falling. It rained, and the trees all spread out their leaves, and the flowers stretched their petals. They were so happy to have a drink. At last, Lara clapped her hands to stop the rain. The king of Arabia was very pleased. "That is the finest necklace I have ever seen," he said. "Will you come and stay with us every year so that we have enough rain?" And Lara said she would do this. And then they sent her home in the princess's boat made out of a pink shell. And the birds flew overhead and the fish swam in front. "I am happy to have my necklace back," said Lara, "but I'm even happier to have so many friends." And what happened to Meg? The mice told the north wind that she had taken Lara's necklace, and he came and blew the roof off her house and let the rain come in, so she was soaking wet. And that is the picture that goes with this story. The north wind coming to find his goddaughter to give her her raindrop, and instead finding the princess wearing it. So that is the story of the necklace of raindrops.